Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Alright guys, in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my final thoughts on Power Book 2 Ghosts, Season 2, Episode 10, which was the season finale. Alright, I'm also going to add a few possible predictions throughout this video as I speak on certain points, okay? But at the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys two predictions that I believe are pretty strong after watching Courtney Kim's live, okay? So guys, as we all know, season 2 left us with a lot of questions, okay? Like, Zeke dies, but Everett is still with us. Another question that some people had is, why was it so easy to kill a dangerous man like Mecca? And my answer to that is, Mecca let his love for Nene catch him slipping, okay? But the most notorious question people want to know, is Lauren really dead? It's a burning question for most people because it's a death that happened off screen, all right? So we're going to talk more about that a little later in this video. But here's one definite thing that we do know, okay? Diana's mouth can now be considered a deadly freaking weapon, okay? This girl, when she opens her mouth so far, people die, okay? The worst thing that happened now is that she has caused her brother to get killed, her brother Zeke, all right? She was told not to look in that freaking bag. She did it anyway, and then she told her father what she saw. It made her father deviate from the plan, and he went to go kill Mecca, but unfortunately it wasn't Mecca. It was freaking Zeke, okay? So listen, as far as I'm concerned, guys, if Diana keeps on going this way, which is the reckless way, she's going to be joining Tariq in the body count, all right? Blood on her hands, indirectly. And at this point, like I said, she's going to catch up with Tariq. All right, so now with that out the way, let's get into a few things. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that Braden held it down in court, right? He held it down and it got Tariq's case dismissed, okay? But it pissed his father off. So now Braden has to leave Stansfield to work for him, okay? So with Braden off campus, I'm wondering what the plan will be for a new hustle, and will it be connected to Braden's job somehow? Because we know that Braden still wants to find a way to stay in the game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he used his father's organization for something like maybe a new stash spot or even some type of front to keep things clean, okay? But we'll see. Before we move on from here, I want to mention that when Tariq was thanking Braden for holding it down in court, he tells him that he can't even possibly repay him for what he did. And I believe that Braden is going to keep that in the back of his mind. So when Tariq does find out that he had a hand in what happened to Lauren, he's going to bring it up and be like, remember, you said you couldn't repay me? You can repay me now by forgiving me, okay? And that's what I have to say about that. Next, I want to talk about Monet convincing Kane to kill his father. All right. In this scene, I like the fact that no matter what Monet said, Kane was against killing his dad. And Monet was trying to stick it to him real good, okay? She brought up the fact that Lorenzo chose Drew over him. She reminded him that Lorenzo had him beat up at the prison. And she told him that Lorenzo shot at her, okay? She even mentioned that she was the one trying to keep Kane out of jail, not Lorenzo, all right? But even with all these strong points, Kane was not persuaded to kill his father. And I was definitely feeling him on this, guys. Like he said, that's still my father. So Monet had to pull the card that she knew would get her son to fold. She tells Kane that Tariq killed his father. So after all that denying that Kane did, he is now ready to kill his father because Tariq did it. I'm like, wow, are you kidding me? So this just continues to show us that Kane's jealousy for Tariq really runs deep, guys. And it's possible that it could wind up being his downfall, especially if Tariq finds out that he can manipulate Kane simply by doing exactly what Monet just did here, okay? The next thing I want to talk about is the fact that Tariq was letting a lot of things slide in this episode, okay? Like when he found out that Diana and Drew robbed him. And Course Correct is now dead, all right, because of it. So he didn't sweat that because at this point, he already decided that he was leaving the game, right? But once Monet killed Mecca without letting him pay Tariq first, it placed Tariq back at square one, which is needing money, right? So this leaves me wondering how Tariq is going to respond or act toward the Tejadas in season 3. I mean, I would really like to see Tariq get his head back in the game and like start playing chess with these fools, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm running out of patience, to be honest. Another thing is we haven't seen Tariq touch a chessboard this season, okay, as far as I can remember. But that's because he's been so concerned with getting custody of his sister Yaz. So his mind throughout this season was really preoccupied. I'll give him that, right? And this also lets me know that Tariq is going to have to learn how to remain on point and on guard even when personal issues arise, okay? Because there's no way of avoiding these things. So he's going to have to learn to either separate the business from the personal or find a good balance. Okay, so let's move on from Tariq for now and go to Sax, okay? We already know that Sax is catching feelings for Jenny, and he saw in court that Jenny is a sore freaking loser, all right? And if Jenny is a sore loser, that means she is not trying to give up nothing, okay? But later on, when she tells him that Lauren is dead, he goes to confront McLean and lets him know that they have blood on their hands now because they played the tape for Tariq, okay? But y'all already know that Davis was not trying to hear this, and he let Sax know that they are one and the same, all right? Especially since he framed James St. Patrick, all right? So then Sax goes and he does some pillow talking with Jenny, and he tells her that he's going to start informing on Tariq Kane and Davis. And just when I thought they were trying to redeem Sax's character, guys, here he come with the bull, all right? So I guess for me, Sax has to go back on my hit list, okay? He got to go now, all right? Because I was trying to warm up to the guy. But anyway, if this is the route that he wants to go, he is definitely earning his death, okay? Now, I don't know who will kill him, but I will say this. If Sax finds out that Theo Rollins is Davis's brother and he does something to jeopardize Theo's case, I would not be surprised if Davis sets Sax up to be killed or just kills Sax himself, all right? But knowing Davis, I could also see him doing Sax dirty on the law side of things, because he might not trust anyone enough to pull off a hit on Sax. Davis is smart enough to not want to leave any loose ends or anything like that. I don't see him really trying to jeopardize his license, his freedom, none of that stuff, okay? Unless he's certain he could keep it under wraps, okay? So I could definitely see Davis getting Sax set up to go to jail or something like that. Plus, we do need to keep in mind that Sax told Jenny that he almost took matters into his own hands and tried to kill James St. Patrick himself, okay? But someone beat him to it. For some reason, I don't believe that this information is going to be safe with Jenny, guys. And if Davis could possibly find some dirt on Jenny and have her cornered, she might give up Sax and all of the dirt that she has on him to get Davis to back off. All right, guys, so let's quickly talk about Monet killing Mecca, all right? The only thing I really want to mention about this scene is when Monet was like, "You ruined my life and you ruined Zeke's life. You shot at us and you lied." And then Mecca was like, "How is that any different than what you did? You stole my product and you lied about it. Nay, nay, we are perfect for each other." And I was like, ain't that the freaking truth, yo? He was telling the truth. She had the nerve to try to say, "Oh, you did this and you lied. You did that and you lied." Girl, you've been lying for how many years now? Anyway, so let's move on, guys. Next, Tariq tells Kane that he killed his father to save his family, all right? He also tells Kane that he doesn't have a choice, just like he didn't have a choice, all right? And guys, this is one of the most bogus lies I've probably heard come out of Tariq's mouth because most people with sense know that Tariq killed his father for himself, okay? It was a selfish reason. He didn't want to man up and turn himself in for killing Ray Ray, and he gassed himself up, along with his mother's help, to believe that killing Ghost was the best option, okay? But anyway, guys, we've been down this road before with this kid, so we ain't about to continue to beat a dead horse. But I will say that I'm also hoping that maybe Reek just said these things to Kane because he knew that he had to convince Kane to kill Lorenzo, okay? Trying to give the kid the benefit of the doubt here, all right? Next, after Tariq finds out that Lauren is dead, he decides that his little sister isn't safe around him. So he calls Tamika and they arrange for Yaz to be brought to Tasha, all right? So to me, this was cool because Yaz should have been with her mother from the start. But I also want to mention a comment that someone made about Tasha being able to have a happy ending after all the dirt that she's done. I wish that I remembered the person that made this comment so I could shout you out. So I apologize for that. But this person, they made a good point. But I do want to say that when you think about it, Tasha she didn't really get a good ending. You know what I'm saying? She's living in seclusion. She has to basically stay off the grid, and she lost her family, and she has to worry about her son. And that's not much of a happy ending, you know what I'm saying? But another point that the person made was, after all of these things that she has done, why is she still breathing? Like, later for the happy ending. Why the heck is she still alive after all these other people done got they just do? You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely agree with that. Tasha has earned her death, and while we're at it, we can say that Tommy has too. But these are the characters that they want to keep alive. And I always say this, guys, I love Tommy. But if we're talking about earning deaths, Tommy definitely should not be alive, okay? And shout out to Mike Conley, who made a point that the term of someone earning their death is misused in the power community, okay? And almost everyone has earned their death if you ask him, all right? Shout out to you again, Mike, for that point. All right, guys, last but not least, I want to talk about Lauren's so-called death, okay? I know that Stars did the REP post for her and all, but I still have a few gripes, okay? So my first issue is that Lauren was found in a car that was not her own, okay? Plus, the car didn't have plates. We all know that Lauren had her own car, guys. So, in my opinion, her parents should be looking at that situation sideways. Even if they decided, okay, maybe she borrowed someone else's car or got a rental, why weren't there any plates? All right, this should be enough to want to start an investigation. Also, before we find out that Lauren is dead, Tariq asked Braden how things went with her, and Braden's answer was that Lauren drove off without him. So, shouldn't that answer have been suspicious to Tariq? You sent Braden there to get picked up, but his answer is that she drove off without him. And it's like, okay, do you mean that when you went to go pick her up, she was already gone, and then you called her and was like, hey, make sure you stay off the phones, this and that and the third? Or did you drive her somewhere to a location and she drove off? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, that answer was so unclear that anybody that really was trying to figure out what the heck was going on with Lauren should have found suspicious, okay? All right, guys, so moving on. So throughout this video, I've been making a few little subtle predictions as I give you my final thoughts, but I have two more that I want to share before we end. The first one is that after killing Zeke, Lorenzo has officially earned his death, guys, okay? Even though it was a case of mistaken identity, Monet is not going to let this go once she finds out what happened, okay? Courtney Kemp also confirmed on her live that Lorenzo's days are pretty much numbered now. So we can definitely expect Monet to either kill Lorenzo or set him up to go back to prison. That is my prediction, guys, okay? The only question is, when will this happen? Will it happen in season 3 or later? My next and final prediction is that Lauren is still alive, guys. I said it. I know some folks are saying, let it go. I know, but y'all need to hear me out for a second, okay? During Courtney Kemp's live, there was a question that everyone kept asking, and she let everyone know that she can't answer the question that everyone is asking. On top of that, guys, she wouldn't even specify what question it was. But as I watched her live, I saw the questions in the chat, and practically every other question was, is Lauren really dead? Is Lauren still alive? All right. Courtney Kemp went on to say that she sees the questions, but she just can't answer it. Okay. So to me, that has to mean that there is way more to Lauren's so called death and her story. All right. So she may very well be alive, guys. When will she surface again if she is alive? I don't know. I would even dare to say that it's possible that they could kind of like string this along to season 4 or something. She might not show up. If she's alive, she might not show up in season 3. She might show up in season 4. I don't know. I don't know the plans that they have for her, but this was a dodged question in Courtney Kim's live. Okay, I kid you not. Anyway, guys, that is the video for today. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. Let me know your own predictions. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, you guys take care and be blessed. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.